Patrick Robinson comes back to New Orleans a much better player, a more confident player than when he left. And the Saints believe he can be a difference maker, as Ricardo LeCompte reports.
As Patrick Robinson begins his second stint with the black and gold, he's reminded he's no longer the young buck in a talented cornerback room.
Yeah, kind of in a way, yeah. Yeah, these guys are first, second, third year, and this is my 9th year coming up, so, I mean, they're kids to me.
But just because Robinson is an elder statesman doesn't mean he can't contribute to this current Saints team. Robinson returns with more experience and a Super Bowl ring. Robinson helped the Eagles hoist the Lombardi Trophy this past season. He arrives at training camp as the projected starter at nickel and as the veteran inside this locker room.
Really, I just try to lead by example, taking my notes, asking questions. When I'm out here, I'm going hard, trying to do my job to the best of my ability. If they see me doing that, then I'm doing my job as a vet.
P-Rob did his job last season, a career year that saw him with 4 interceptions, including a pick 6 in the NFC title game against the Vikings.
Looking for a block. Gets it. Robinson for the touchdown.
Robinson expects big things in his second go-around with New Orleans.
I'm a pro, so if I need to do more nickel or more outside, I'll do it. I'm just trying to win a championship.
Some teams in the top one area.
The indoor practice Wednesday still provided a few plays of the day. The first comes in receiver versus DB drills. Pro Bowler Mike Thomas matching up against Ken Crawley. The back shoulder throw to Thomas from Breeze, and Thomas catches it and rips it away from Crawley. Thomas has been a beast during training camp. But the DB's locked down later, and the group has been solid in these first 6 practices. Counter product Arthur Millette breaks up a pass intended for Keith Kirkwood. Moving to 7-on-7s, Drew Brees goes downfield and finds Josh Huff, who hauls in the catch. And finally, our last play comes in team drills, and newly signed receiver Brandon Tate makes a great catch down the sideline with Natrell Jamerson draped all over him. Tate making a good impression in his first day at camp. In Metairie, Ricardo LeCompte, Eyewitness Sports.
All right, thanks, Ricardo. Looking ahead, the Saints have morning practices in Metairie the next 3 days, then a practice Sunday evening at Tulane. That one is fun. Then Monday morning, they're back in Metairie, and then Tuesday is the next off day of training camp. Sports betting is up and running on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and a significant media contingent was there today at noon as the Beau Rivage opened its sports gaming book. So anyone wishing to can now legally bet on games or a team getting to the Super Bowl. Longtime USA Today oddsmaker Danny Sheridan was there today. His take on the Saints' chances this season begins with his very high opinion of Sean Payton.
As long as Sean Payton's there, they're in great shape. He's got a good coaching staff. And, of course, the key is, I don't know how to describe him, Drew Brees, but as long as he's pitching that ball, the Saints have a great chance. They're probably 5th or 6th, maybe 15-1 against winning the Super Bowl. I think they got a decent shot. And if they get in the playoffs and they get home field advantage, you're not going to beat the Saints in New Orleans during the playoffs at home.
The sportsbook in Delaware, in the first 3 weeks it was up, made $500,000 of tax money for the state. States are going to make a lot of money, the ones that have the sportsbook up.
Yeah, even in a short amount of time.
And it's not even football season yet.
No. All right. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to talk about one of my favorite things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, of
kittens.
course.